Hello, hello. How's it going, all of you beautiful people around the world? My name is Ryan, aka Say It With Me, Blackbeard TCG. Hopefully you guys are all having an amazing day, and if not, hopefully I can make it a little bit better. Now, look, first and foremost, I know I've been away for a little while. It's been 1 week since I uploaded, and honestly, I just needed that break. I've actually been playing a lot more One Piece, probably the most One Piece I've played since set 1. I've been having so much fun with OP-04. I've been going to locals, going to store championships, just going to tournaments, just having a blast playing the One Piece card game itself. And so just playing more of it in my free time when I'm not working means that I don't really have as much time to work on the videos, right? I've also been playtesting a ton of OP-05 because obviously that's on the horizon and I got to make video and content for those once that time comes around. So I decided that I just needed to take a little break, a 1 week break, just to enjoy the game itself and then come back and be my regular energetic self for you guys. Because honestly, if I was to upload content last week, it was not going to be good. And I just rather not upload anything than to just upload something that I'm not happy and not proud of, and most importantly, something that I don't even enjoy doing. Because at the end of the day, I want this to be authentic, and today's topic, it is going to be completely authentic, completely exciting. As you guys know, OP-06 has been revealed, and in terms of the leaders, and we are going to rank them in the tier list what we usually do. So if this is the first time that you guys are seeing me do this, just in case if you guys are one of my new subscribers, again, this is not a tier list of what I think is going to be the strongest. I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue because we haven't seen all the cards in the set. I'm not delusional. What this tier list is and how I do these tier lists, if you could see in my previous sets, is the leaders' abilities and what I'm excited to play. That's what I'm ranking them off of. So everybody's going to have their own ones that they're interested in. Now, obviously, these can change. In OP-05, I had Enel in my not excited tier. And I think I had Purple Luffy in my seems interesting, we'll give it a try. And then obviously those two decks ended up being extremely meta. I also had Sakazuki in my 100% will play. And Sakazuki obviously ended up being meta as well. But unironically, and you guys know, I am one of the first members of the Church of Purple Luffy. So don't get me wrong on that. However, Enel, I've been playing a lot of Enel. If you guys have been watching the live streams a couple weeks back, you guys know that I started playing Enel. I've been grinding Enel. And so it's funny, the irony of me having Enel and not excited, and then in the end of OP-05, it's actually 100% will play, and I will be playing Enel in OP-05. So it's funny how that works. So we'll see if the same thing happens in OP-06. So we're going to go over all of the leaders. So first and foremost, we have Yamato. So yellow-green Yamato, double attack, and once per turn during your turn, if your opponent has 3 or less life, attach up to 2 Rested Dawn to one of your characters. So we have Yamato. We have Reiju, Vinsmoke Reiju. Your turn, once per turn, when a Dawn card in your field is returned to your Dawn deck, draw 1 card. So you got a little draw power there, purple and blue. Another purple and blue leader. We got a red-purple leader here in Uta. I'm tired of this character. You guys know I'm tired of this character, but I'm going to be playing green Utah when the time comes. But anyways, when attacking, you could trash 1 film type card from your hand, give one of your opponent's character minus 2,000 power until the end of the turn, and then add 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck as rested. This one seems pretty interesting, to be honest, but I'm not a fan of the character. Then we got Hody Jones. I know a lot of people were like feeling some type of way with Hody Jones, but what Hody Jones does is activate main. You may rest his leader, rest up to one of your opponent's characters that cost 3 or less, or one of their Dawn. Then during this turn, you cannot add life cards to your hand through your own effects. Then we have Perona as well as Gecko Morio. So these are 2 leaders that people are really excited to have. Perona, activate main once per turn, choose the following effect, rest one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 4 or less, or you can up to one of your opponent's characters get minus 1 cost for the turn. So think Smoker, think Sakazuki, things like that. So versatile ability. And then Gecko Moria. Pure black, which is interesting. I thought maybe we would see a green Gecko Moria, but it's fine. We have a pure black or even a black blue, but I guess we just got Sakazuki, right? But we got a pure black Gecko Moria, Dawn ×1 when attacking, rest 2, discard 1 card from your hand. So this is a big cost. So you have to attach 1 Dawn when attacking, rest 2, so that's already 3 Dawn, and you have to discard a card from your hand. But then you get to pile cards, you get to mill cards into your trash, which is what Gecko Moria is going to want to do. And then you can play 1 Thriller Bark Pirates from your trash to the field that's a cost 4 or less. So those are all the leaders rundown. Let's go ahead and categorize them in terms of what I find to be exciting and whatnot. So let's just go in the order that's here. So with Yuta, okay, I'm not going to lie, she seems mid. Like, I'm not going to put it, like, honestly, I would probably put not excited. Just because I don't like the character herself. Like, I actually don't care for her at all. But I'm gonna put it in seems mid just because it does seem interesting. The ability seems interesting, kind of like with the green version. Like it seemed interesting. Turns out it's really strong, and I played it and it's actually pretty strong, just drawing cards off cooldown. But I don't know. I think this ability has some potential. The colors are cool too, right? So I think it seems mid. It's a card that I think is quite interesting. So again, it's not that I'm not excited for it at all. So it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, but it seems mid. Now, Perona, I'll be completely honest with y'all. I'm not excited at all. Now, it's quite the opposite. It's not that I don't like Perona at all as a character. Like, Perona's a I character. Like, she doesn't... It's no special for me. Like, you know, I don't find her as, like, an amazing character or a bad character. So that's out of the picture when it comes to ranking her for this. But then when it comes to the character ability itself, for me, it's kind of like, like, it doesn't really excite me. I mean, cool. You get to be Smoker or you get to be a Sakazuki, which is fine, right? Like... You know, that we all know that that's a good ability, right? Like, it's not like it's bad or anything. And then being able to rest one of your opponent's characters with a cost 4 or less, that could also be good. Now this, and I guess maybe it would be power creep. This would be sick if it was 5 or less. Now that might be too strong, but yeah, no, because you can only choose one of the following effects. I was going to say, like, you could -1 and then use that one. Because that would be good, right? Because then there's so many things. There's Queen, right? There's Sabo. There's Blocker Kid. Like, maybe it's too early to, like, power creep that quickly. But, like, if Perona could do that, I think she probably would go here for me if it was 5. I mean, 4 or less still isn't bad, right? Like, again, it's not like a dog tier ability. But I just mean, like, man, if it was 5 or less, she would be up there for me. So, for me personally, I just have her not excited. Could she be good? Probably. For me, it is what it is. Yamato, I mean, who's not going to be excited to play this, man? Who is not going to be excited to play Yamato, man? First and foremost, look at this. Hey, man, you guys already know. Hey, if you guys haven't seen my previous video, go and check out my previous video. If you know, you know. But anyways, I mean, double attack on your leader ability, that seems nuts. Being able to attach 2 Rested Dawn to something in swing, that seems absolutely nuts. I mean, I just think this deck is going to be so oppressive. Even if there's, like, a lot of counters and it doesn't seem that good, like, if people think it might be the Bello Betty of this set, so to speak, I don't care. I'm probably still going to play this. Or, like, I will definitely play this and make a build for this because this just seems absolutely ridiculous. I'm so stoked to play this deck. It's crazy. Now, Hody Jones, it's funny because a lot of people have some mixed opinions. Some people think Hody Jones is interesting. Some people think, like, it's dog tier. For me, and I'm not even trying to, like, be controversial, have a hot take, I am actually going to play this. I think that this is really interesting. If there's anything that we've known up until this point, anything that causes you to take cards from your life is very powerful. So you look at Whitebeard, right? But then you also look at Purple Luffy. Because when you're getting cards from your life, you're essentially drawing cards. And so the cards, there's also going to be powerful cards that will let you not take life. For example, 9-cost Whitebeard in Whitebeard, or obviously any other leader because you could play it. And Hody Jones, well, obviously you'd use it for Whitebeard, so Whitebeard doesn't self-harm. Hody Jones essentially has that built into his kit as well. So we can assume that we're going to be getting cards that will take cards from our life and adding it to our hand. Now, the reason why I think that's good is because, again, we're going to be drawing cards, so it'll be good in that sense. And then also, if we feel like we don't want to do that, then we have the ability to shut it off whenever we want with Hody Jones, right? Potentially resting 1 Dawn to screw up your opponent's events, that can be interesting, because obviously, you know, if somebody is playing like Elthor and they leave that Dawn open, then you could potentially shut that off. And sure, you're losing your attack with your leader, but if you established your board from earlier on, and like if you really do need your leader to get that end swing, obviously you wouldn't do it, but that alone, just resting that 1 Dawn can screw them up. And if you're playing Hody Jones, then they might have to just leave 1 extra Dawn open just in case if you use Hody Jones. So then that way they have to leave 1 extra Dawn open. That's 1 extra Dawn that they could use to attack you. So I don't know. In my opinion, I actually think that Hody Jones has potential to be a super sick leader. I'm actually extremely excited to see what other pirates that are part of his crew that we're going to be getting in his deck. And I think it has potential to pop off. I'm super excited for it. We got Reiju. Now Reiju, oh sorry, I was supposed to do it in order, but it's fine. We'll just go with that. Reiju, I mean, hey man, how can you not like Reiju, you feel me? But I'm gonna give it a try. It seems that with Reiju, it's definitely gonna be a deck that, you know, the Vinsmoke family transforming, utilizing the trash, or not really utilizing the trash, but playing one card to substitute for when they like do their transformation form and stuff like that. I think the mechanic itself is cool. I don't know how consistent it's going to be. Obviously, the deck is going to have draw powers, so that's a thing. So maybe that will help with the consistency. I think it'll be a fun, cute deck to play. How strong will it be? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was really strong, but I just think the mechanic itself is quite cute. You know, I think it's cool. I think it'd be fun to actually pilot and play. And for that reason alone, I have to put it in. Seems interesting. We'll give it a try. Like, I definitely want to try it out. It seems like it could be cool. Gecko Moria, I gotta put it not excited. Maybe it can go into Seems Mid, maybe, but like he's heavily dependent on whatever other cards we get, because like if we don't really get like a broken 4-cost body, then I don't know. Or like if like there's cards that don't really make this ability seem stronger than it is, because like you're trashing one card, so but for one person they could say like, okay, you're trashing a card, but is trashing a card really a bad thing if like you're technically wanting to have cards in your trash anyways with Gecko Moria and things like that? So like, yeah, I understand that line of thinking, no problem. But for me, I'm just thinking about like, okay, like you have to trash one card, you have to have 1 Dawn attached, then you have to rest 2 Dawn. Like, that's a lot that you're investing just to play a 4-cost body. And so if that's the case, those 4-cost bodies better be very strong. And maybe they will be, right? Maybe they will be. So that's why I have it in Seems Mid. You know what? I'll put it in Seems Mid. I'll put it in Seems Mid. I think it could be interesting, but not enough for me to say like, oh yeah, I'll definitely give it a try. It's kind of like, eh. Like, I would put it here if like we seen a really broken 4-cost, but who knows? Like, maybe there'll be like a 4-cost SR Gecko Moria that's like really powerful, right? That will like make the deck be really, really strong. And like you could play that from the trash. It's like, oh, this ability when played from the trash, play like 2 more 4-cost bodies from the trash or some shit like that, right? So off the bat, you're like flooding your board with like 3 characters or something like that. Then, I mean, like this could go here or here. You know what I mean? I'm just spitballing some random shit right now. But just, again, we're just basing it off what we know right now, as of today, as of October 20th. I think this is my list right now. Of course, this could change. Remember, when I did the Enel video, when I did OP-05, I had Enel and Not Excited, and then Enel would be right here now, right? So, who knows? But it's fun to do these. Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know the 1 leader that you're the most excited for and the 1 leader that you're not the most excited for, or least excited for. There we go. English is hard sometimes, but I do this all in one take. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys are all having an amazing day, or I hope you guys all have an amazing day or night, or whatever time it is for wherever you guys are. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace.